let's dive into the full narrated version of One Piece Chapter 1125. But first, let's roll the intro. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Before we get into the content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. The goal for this video is 1,000 likes. Help me grow the channel. Now, let's jump right into the video. Chapter 125 is titled What Defines Death. It begins with Golden Harvest's child, Ogre Yamato's substitute pilgrimage. Volesha. 13. The reconstruction of Odin Castle, and the disappearance of Master Carpenter Matomo. Page 2 starts with a distant view of Egghead Island. Government agents are ordering the Seraphim to be loaded onto the ship, along with sea beasts and PX-3, after they've been fully recharged. Then we see Lucci and Kaku arriving at the government ship. One agent asks where Stussy is, and Lucci replies, "I killed her." Kaku looks expressionless with shaded eyes, and the agent shouts, "What?" Page 3 shows Saturn saying, "We've accomplished our objectives. York, Punk Records, and the energy plant." He continues, "With this, we can reproduce the Mother Flame. Everything's fine for now. 9 Vice Admirals are present, and one apologizes for letting the Straw Hat Pirates and Jewelry Bonnie escape, despite the Buster call. Another Vice Admiral suggests chasing them to Elbaf. Saturn responds on page 4, "No need. If there was a failure, it was from the transmission from Vegapunk. It's ironic the Iron Giant helped the pirates escape." We then get a flashback from 200 years ago. A scientist says, "But Saint, Saturn, we were ordered to dispose of it." Saturn replies, "If we get caught, I'll take the blame. Study it. This is the future. It might be useful for the military someday." In short, Saturn ordered the preservation of the robot. On page 5, the scientists thank Saturn, saying they were interested in studying the robot too. Saturn says, "It hasn't moved in 200 years, but of course, it would move to protect Straw Hat Luffy." Vice Admiral Doberman then says, "Saint, Saturn, as a soldier serving the government, I have a question. If this is considered a failure, does that mean Vegapunk was telling the truth?" Saturn glares at him, and Doberman immediately realizes his mistake. His head was supposed to explode, but it seems like the leaker exaggerated. Blood pours from the Vice Admiral's mouth. His eyes go blank, but his head doesn't turn to dust, so he may still be alive. Vice Admiral Guillotine screams in panic. Vice Admiral Doberman. On page 6, from a distance, we see Egghead Island, and someone shouts, "Quick, wake up the medical team!" Inside the lab, York notices the clouds over the island are spreading, and the cloud machine is acting erratically. She realizes this is Edison's doing and tries to shoot Punk Records, but it's too late. Page 7 shows Edison saying, "Oops, she figured it out." As Punk Records rises into the clouds, York yells, "Damn it, I was tricked." They took Punk Records with them. At Mary Joai's on page 8, some celestial dragons are questioning whether Vegapunk was telling the truth. They're searching for Akainu and asking who will take responsibility for the Kuma situation. Meanwhile, a Tenryubito is arguing with his chef. "What is this? There's barely any food here. I asked for beef, not fish." The chef apologizes, saying the food supplies have run out. The Tenryubito pulls out a gun and says, "This is the first time I've ever been humiliated like this." Another Tenryubito joins in, saying, "There's a serious food shortage. I had to skip a meal and even my snack. This is like living as a slave, starving. We need to punish whoever is responsible." Page 9 switches to the room of authority at Mary Joai's, where Saint, Figureland Garling, is shown dressed in a fine suit and stylish cape, easily the most fashionable of the Gorosei. The 5 elders ask what Garling is doing there. Garling says, "I was ordered to come." Wary asks, "By who?" Jupiter says, "You're speaking strangely." Mars adds, "Show some respect." Nero responds, On page 10, the other 4 elders question why Garling is speaking informally. Garling then declares, "From now on, Vegapunk York will be under my direct supervision, and I will take on the role of warrior god of scientific defense. The world is about to get complicated, and we're entering turbulent times like never before. Together, we will make the world better, my fellow stars." The introduction box reveals Garling as one of the 5 elders and the warrior god of scientific defense. Page 11 returns to Egghead Island, where something shocking happens. Saturn is kneeling, clutching his throat, with black flames rising from his body. Guillotine yells, "Where's the medical team?" Doll asks, "What's happening?" Urban says, "Something's happening to one of the highest authorities in the world." Hound asks, "Is this some kind of disease?" On page 12, Saturn gasps, "No way." His eyes roll back, and his skin starts rapidly aging. The Vice Admirals are horrified. Saturn cries out, "Imu-sama." Imu responds, "Saturn, why did you let Joy Boy escape?" Saturn begs for mercy, saying, "I didn't foresee such overwhelming power. The final panel of this page shows Saturn's face in pure horror, engulfed in black flames and smoke. Page 13 shows black flames rising from a distance as Saturn screams in agony.
Ah! Imusama!
The Vice Admirals, filled with fear, shout in panic. What? Vice Admiral Tosa says, Bones! All that's left of Saturn is a skull surrounded by black flames. Pages 14 and 15 reveal that the four Vegapunks, Edison, Pythagoras, Shaka, and Atlas, have fused into one body, each contributing different parts of their appearance. Edison has the head, Atlas the left arm, Pythagoras the right arm, and Shaka the torso. They discuss how York stopped them from taking Labu but still have access to punk records. Shaka says, this genius brain needs to be managed until humanity learns how to use it, which might take 500 years. Edison replies, of course, worldwide, Vegapunk is known to be dead, so we can travel freely. Page 16 takes us to Kabaka Kingdom in the New World, where someone shouts, oh no! What's going to happen?
I don't want to die!
Koala appears and explains, during the Void Century, there was a great war, and the ancient weapons were used. Ahiru and Iano are speaking with Koala. Ahiru says, the world was sinking. Koala adds, whoever obtains the One Piece and becomes the Pirate King will have access to that same power. And we see a flashback of the Void Century, where Koala explains that whoever gets their hands on the One Piece and becomes the Pirate King will have access to the same power. Y'all, that's it for this chapter of One Piece.
Folks,
if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And remember, the official translation of this chapter will be available on Manga Plus on September 8th, so be sure to check it out.
y'all?
And that's the full summary of One Piece chapter 125. This chapter was a bit tricky to translate, so I highly recommend reading the official translation, coming out on September 8th on Manga Plus. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, thanks for watching.